So, good morning, friends. So, today we are going to discuss about the calculations pertaining to center of gravity and moment of inertia of E section. So, basically, they're called as geometrical sections, and geometrical sections are classified into different categories. So we have different types of geometrical sections. First one called as a T section, second one I section, and thirdly we have L section, and also finally we have C section. So friends, as the name itself implies, the T section will be in the form of letter T, I section will be in the form of letter I, L section will be in the form of letter L, and of course C section will be in the form of letter C. So the cross section of all these items will be in the form of letters. So therefore they are named according to the shape of the cross section of the items. So if the cross section is in the form of letter T, it is called as T section. If it is in the form of letter I, it's called as I section. So this way, geometrical sections are classified into different categories. So now we are going to do some calculations, center of gravity calculations, and moment of inertia calculations pertaining to T section. So these figures are given in this problem. So we can see the figures of I section and also T section. So now we are going to take up an example, a numerical example on T section. So it is shown in the right hand side of this particular slide. Now basically T section, in any case we have to divide the figure into different components. Preferably they are divided into different components in the form of rectangles. So this T section, there are two components. It is made up of two components. One is a vertical component as shown in the slide. So that is called as web of the T section. And similarly, we can see a horizontal component that is referred to as a flange of the section. So vertical component named as web of the section, and horizontal component named as flange of the section. So T section is divided into two components. So the first one called as a flange, and horizontal component called as a flange, and vertical component referred to as a web of the section. So this, dividing the section into the components is very, very essential for doing the, some calculations. So basically we have to find out the areas of components. So that is very, very useful for estimating the center of gravity. So therefore, preferably they are divided into different components, and these components mostly they are in the form of rectangles. And friends, in the left hand side of the figure, we can see the arrangement of the I section. So T section is having two components as shown in the right hand side of the slide, and I section, it is divided into three components. So it is having one vertical component and two horizontal components. So one is coming on the top of the diagram, and the other one, other horizontal component coming at the bottom of the diagram. So as usual, the vertical component in the case of I section also, the vertical component is referred to as a web of the section, and just like D section, the horizontal components, they are called as flanges. The only difference is the T section is having only one flange that is put at the top of the figure, but whereas I section consisting of two flanges, one is coming on the top of the web and the other one coming at the bottom of the web. So therefore, the top component, the first one, that is the top component, naturally it is referred to as top flange of the I section, and the bottom component, obviously it is referred to as a bottom flange of the section. So friends, both the sections are having one vertical component, they are called as web of the section. But T section is having only one horizontal component, simply it is referred to as a flange of the section. But whereas I section is having two horizontal components, one is placed above the web and the other one is placed below the web of the section. So therefore, the top one is referred to as a top component, the top one is referred to as top flange of the section, and the bottom one, naturally it is referred to as a bottom flange of the section. So T section consisting of one web and one flange is made in the form of a letter T, simply it is called as a T section. And I section consisting of one web and two flanges. So one flange fitted at the top of the web, that's called as top flange, another flange fitted at the bottom of the web, that is called as bottom flange. So it is consisting of two flanges. And finally, this is made in the form of a letter I section, naturally it's made in the form of a letter I. So therefore, simply it is called as I section. So T section consisting of one web and one flange made in the form of a letter T, that's why it's called as T section. And I section consisting of one web and two flanges made in the form of letter I, it is referred to as I section. So friends, this is the difference between these two topics. So now, as told earlier, we are going to discuss about the calculations pertaining to T section. Now we can see the dimensions of the T section. So all the dimensions are given in the form of millimeters. So while solving problems, it is better to convert these dimensions into centimeters. Otherwise, we'll be getting, big figures. So it may lead to confusion or something like that. So therefore, all the dimensions expressed in millimeters uh, can be converted into centimeters. So 10 millimeters is equivalent to 1 centimeter. So therefore, just divide these values with 10. So you will be getting all the dimensions in centimeters. Very, very, useful for solving problem in a simple and easy manner. And secondly, friends, let us note down the dimensions of the flange. So given as 120 millimeter and 10 millimeter. So 120 millimeter, that will be equivalent to 12 centimeter, and 10 millimeter, it will be equivalent to 1 centimeter. So friends, area calculations are very, very important. It is obtained by taking the product of width and depth of the component. So the value of width is B, letter B is used for indicating the width of the section, and letter D for indicating the depth of the section. So width of the flange, it is given as 12 centimeter, and depth of the flange can be taken as 1 centimeter. So horizontal distances for representing the widths of the components, width of components, the vertical measurements for indicating the depth of the components. So friends, so far as flange is concerned, so width of the flange has to be taken as 12 centimeter. Letter B for indicating the width of the flange to be taken as 12 centimeter. And letter D for indicating the depth of the flange to be taken as 1 centimeter. So they're called as BD values. BD values are very, very essential for all the components. So we have to take BD values of, all the components that are essential, which are very essential, basically essential for solving the problem. Now coming to the web of the section, the horizontal distance is given as 10 millimeter, and vertical distance must be taken as 110 millimeters only, because the total distance is given as 120 millimeter. So you have to remove the depth of the flange from this value. So that is 10 meter. So 120 minus 10, it is coming to 110 millimeter. So therefore, the depth of the web has to be taken as 11 centimeter. And naturally, the width of the web has to be taken as 1 centimeter. So the dimensions, width has to be written in the left hand side, and the depth value has to be written on the right hand side. So area is given as BD. So B value is coming in the left hand side, D value is coming in the right hand side. So therefore, so far as flange is concerned, it has to be written as 12 into 1 or 12 by 1 centimeter. And as far as the web of the section is concerned, it has to be written as 1 by 11 centimeter. So always, sometimes B values will be greater than D values. Sometimes D values will be greater than B values. Whatever may be the case, B value has to be written in the left hand side and D value has to be written on the right hand side. So they are very, essential for doing or making correct calculations. So once again, I repeat, as far as flange dimensions are concerned, it has to be written as 12 by 1 centimeter. And as far as web dimensions are concerned, it has to be written as 1 by 11 centimeters. So this is the about making the calculations. So these things are very essential basically for doing calculations on these sections. And friends, finally, a horizontal line has to be drawn at the bottom of the web. So that is dashed lines. So that is treated as 1 axis. And a vertical line has to be drawn from the left hand side of the flange. So that is called as a 2 axis. So 1 and 2 axis, very essential for indicating centroid values, coordinates of center of gravity. Also, they are very useful for calculating I values, that is values of moment of inertia about x-axis. That's called as IXX. And moment of, we have to find out the moment of inertia about y-axis. That's called as IYY. So you have to make all these calculations. So coordinates of center of gravity called as x bar and y bar. So have to make these calculations basically. So calculations of x bar, calculations of y bar, calculations of IXX, calculation of IYY. So basically, we have to take these BD values for all the components. We have to correctly, we have to indicate BD values, and also plotting of 1 axis and 2 axis is very important before starting the problem. So a line is drawn, as I've already told you, friends, a line is drawn from the bottom, a horizontal line is drawn from the bottom of the web for indicating 1 axis. The vertical line is drawn from the left-hand side of the flange for indicating 2 axis. So friends, a selection of BD values for all the components, indication of 1 axis and indication of 2 axis. So all these things are very essential. Before starting the problem, we have to make all these arrangements which are very essential for solving problems. Now, friends, we have discussed about the indication of BD values. So I have told you in the first slide. So width of the web is 1 centimeter, depth of the web is 11 centimeter. So far as web is concerned, it is written as 1 by 11 centimeter. So for the first component, that means we'll be moving from bottom to top while making calculations. So therefore, we have to make web calculations. So web is taken as first component, and of course, flange is placed above the web. So therefore, it is taken as second component. We are proceeding in upward direction. We are moving from bottom to top. We are proceeding in upward direction. So therefore, friends, web is called as named as first component, and flange is named as second component. So in the figure, width of the web is given as 1 centimeter, and the depth of the web is given as 11 centimeter. Similarly, width of the flange is given as 12 centimeter, and the depth of the flange is given as 1 centimeter. So this and all we have discussed in the first slide. So as I've already told you, indication of BD values, proper indication of BD values, very important for making correct calculations. So instead of B, we are writing D, or instead of B, we are writing B, or something like that. Instead of taking B value, by mistake, you are taking D value, or vice versa. You will be going wrong while making I calculations, IXX and IYY calculations. So indication of correct values of bits, correct B values and correct D values. That is very essential for solving problems. Friends, I have already told you to consider a horizontal axis, 1 axis at the bottom of the web, the vertical axis, that is 2 axis at the left hand side of the flange. So 1 axis, for marking 1 axis, bottom of the web is taken as a basis for marking 1 axis. The left hand side of the flange is taken as a basis for marking 2 axis. So indication of BD values for each and every component separately, indication of 1 axis, indication of 2 axis. So all these things are very essential for solving the problem. And friends, now basically we have to find out the values of X bar and Y bar. Now, if you look at the section, it is if you look at the section, this is symmetrical about y-axis. You are dividing the figure along, a vertical line. So both the sides will be similar. So it is said to be symmetrical about y-axis. Now, if the section is symmetrical about y-axis, X bar can be obtained as a direct figure, and in this problem X bar is given as 6 centimeter, which is measured from 2 axis. That means the total distance here, the total distance is 12 centimeter, and X bar is a direct figure. So it is obtained by dividing this value with 2. But take half of this value, and it can be called as X bar. So X bar is written as 12 by 2. It is coming to 6 centimeter. So this 6 centimeter is measured from 2 to axis taken from the left hand side of the flange. So friends, this is the way of getting the first answer, so without doing any calculations, because by God's grace it is symmetrical about the y-axis, so it can be obtained as a direct figure. So you take the total horizontal distance is 12 centimeter. You take 50% of that distance, it will be coming to 6 centimeter, and that is used, that is called as X bar. That is used for getting the answer, for showing the answer, for giving the result of X bar. So friends, X bar is written as 6 centimeter, which is measured horizontally from 2 to axis. Now, friends, apart from X bar, we have to calculate the value of Y bar. So the figure is not symmetrical about x-axis. So therefore, we have to use all these calculations. We have to prepare the table and we have to make these calculations. Have to use the concerned formula shown in block letters. And by doing all the calculations, then only you will be in a position to find the value of Y bar. So X bar is a direct figure. It is the figure is symmetrical about y-axis. So therefore, X bar is obtained as a direct figure. But it is not symmetrical about x-axis. So therefore, you have to prepare this table and make all the calculations for getting the value of Y bar. So friends, we can see the table, serial number to be taken in the first column, name of the component written in the second column, area values. It's very easy to calculate. You know the value of B, you know the value of D. So BD values are given in the figure. So therefore, it is very easy. Area is obtained by taking the product of these two parameters, BD, namely B and D. So very easily we can measure the areas of all the components. So that is the third column is used for indicating the areas of the components. And in the fourth column, we have to list out the y values for separately for all the components. Last column is used for writing the AY values. Last column is used for writing AY values for different components. You know the value of A, you took the value of Y. So simply multiply these two terms very easily. You will be in a position to get the value of AY. So AY is simply it's a product of A and Y. So A value is available in the third column, Y value is available in the fourth column. So multiply these two values, you will be in a position to measure AY values for all the components. So friends, the first calculation, we have to make a calculation so far as this web is concerned. Width of the web is 1 centimeter, depth of the web is 11 centimeter. So it is written as 1 into 11. So it is coming to 11 centimeter square. 11 centimeter square. So area of the web is 11 centimeter. Similarly, you take the width of the flange. Width of the flange is 12 centimeter. Depth of the flange is 1 centimeter. So 12 into 1, BD values 12 into 1 is coming to 12 centimeter square. So friends, this way we can measure the area of all the components of the section. So we have only two components. Area of the first component, area of the web, that is the first component given as 11 centimeter square. Area of the flange obtained as 12 centimeter square. And now, secondly, we have to measure, we have to take the values, Y values for these components. So this is, taken as 50% of vertical distance. So you want to indicate the Y value of the first component. It is taken as 11 by 2 centimeters. Total depth is 11 centimeter. Take the 50% of that value. It is coming to 5.5 centimeters. So Y value for first component. So it has to be taken as 5.5 centimeter. This is shown in this particular table. And secondly, for the second component, you have to take the entire distance, that is 11 centimeter. You take the 50% of the depth of this value. So that is 0.5 centimeter. So this total distance is 11 centimeter. But half of the distance is 0.5 centimeter. So totally it will be coming to 11.5 centimeter. So therefore 11.5 centimeter is mentioned in this. So friends, this way we have to find out, please find out the areas of different components. Please indicate Y values for different components. And based on these values, based on these figures, please find out A values for each and every component. So for the first component, it is taken as 11 into 5.5, it will be coming to 60.5. For the second component, it is AY is taken as 12 into 11.5, it will be coming to 138. So friends, this is the way of filling the particulars of the table, filling the A values, filling Y values, and filling the AY values. Very, very essential for getting the results. And finally, we have to measure the total values. So you find out the total of all these areas. It is obtained as 23 centimeter square. You find out the total of this all values, that is sigma. This is sigma A. Sigma, you add up all the A values, it is sigma A. You add up all the AY values, it is sigma AY. So sigma A is obtained as 23 centimeter square, and sigma AY it is obtained as 198.5 centimeter cube. So friends, these two values are very, very essential for measuring Y bar. So it is written as sigma AY by sigma A. So sigma AY is 198.5, sigma A is 23, and make the calculations. Y bar will be coming to 8.63 centimeters. 8.63 centimeters. Now, this has to be measured in the vertical direction from 1 axis. So we have taken 1 axis in this region. So you measure the value of 8.63 in vertical direction. So somewhere you will be getting the value of Y bar at this point. So Y bar is obtained by taking the ratio of these figures. We need the value of sigma AY, we need the value of sigma A. So therefore, we have calculated the values of AY, the values of A and AY for all the components. Also, we have used Y values for all the components for getting the results. So X bar is obtained as 6 centimeter. This is the first answer, my dear friends. And Y bar is obtained as 8.63 centimeter from 1 axis in vertical direction. So this is, called as a second answer. Now, friends, we have to measure the values of Ixx and Iyy. So we have measured the coordinates of the center of gravity. So horizontal coordinate X bar, vertical coordinate, Y bar. So we got the values. X bar is obtained as 6 centimeter from 2 axis, and Y bar is obtained as 8.63 from 1 axis. So finally, friends, now we got the values of X bar and Y bar. Now we have to measure the values of Ixx, moment of inertia about x-axis, that's called as Ixx. Moment of inertia about y-axis, that is referred to as Iyy. So friends, for measuring Ixx values, we have to prepare a table consisting of A values, Y values, Ay values. So all these things we have seen in the previous slide. And additionally, we have to put a column for Ay square. So friends, Ay square is a very simple calculation. Take the value of Ay, take the value of Y, multiply, take the product of these two parameters, Ay and Y, we get the value of Ay square. So find out this value for all the components. And similarly, we have to find out moment of inertia, I values for different sections, different components. So we have to use that formula BDQ by 12. So that's the formula for measuring the I values for components. They are called as I self values. Now, friends, you take this value. This is y1 and this is y2. This is a1 y1. This is a2 y2. So find out the product of these two parameters. You get this value. This is 65.5 multiplied by 60.5. It will be coming to 332.75. Similarly, 11.5 into 138, it will be coming to 1587. So friends, this Ay square, this is very, very essential for making the calculations. So we are putting one more column for measuring Ay square. You measure this value for all the components present in the system or present in the section. And finally, we have to find out I self values. So use this formula, my dear friends. Take the B value of first component, D value of first component, substitute in this formula BD cube by 12. It is obtained as 110.91 centimeter 4. And similarly, take the P value of the second component and D value of the second component. You substitute again in this formula BD cube by 12, it is obtained as 1.00 centimeter 4. So this is the way you have to proceed for doing the problems. So find out A values, measurement of A values, measurement of Ay values, measurement of Ay square values, and measurement of I self values. Total measurement of all these values, total measurement of A values, total measurement of Ay values, total measurement of Ay square values, total measurement of I self values. So all these things very essential for getting the final results. Now friends, we have to use two formulas. There is a formula for I11. We have plotted I11 on the bottom of the figure, that is web of the section. We have plotted I22 at the left hand side of the flange. Now we have to measure the value of I11 using this formula. So I11 is written as I self plus AY square. This is the simple formula available for measuring I11. So I self is total I self is obtained as 111.91. Total AY square is obtained as 1919.75. So add up these values, you get the value of I11. So friends, I11 is obtained as 2031.66 centimeter to the power of 4. So friends, this is the formula. So it is written in bold letters, very essential for measuring the value of I11. Friends, finally we have one more formula for getting the value of IXX. So we have to get the value of, we have to find out the value of IXX. So we have the second formula. So I11 is written as IXX plus sigma A into Y bar whole square, into Y bar whole square. So we got the value of I11, we got the value of sigma A, and earlier we have calculated the value of Y bar. Simply you substitute all these values, substitute the values of I11, substitute the values of sigma A, substitute the value of Y bar in this particular equation. Easily you will be in a position to measure the value of IXX. So friends, IXX from this using this equation and using the values, making substitutions, IXX we can very easily find out the value of IXX. It is obtained as 318.69 centimeter to the power of 4. So friends, this is the third answer. This is the third question which you are supposed to answer in the exam. So firstly, we have measured the value of X bar. Secondly, we have measured the value of Y bar. And thirdly, and here we have measured the value of IXX. It is obtained as 318.69. And friends, lastly, the final question is measurement of IYY. Measurement of IYY. Now friends, this section as written in this line, this section is symmetrical about y-axis. So take individual values of, I values of all the components and add up these values. Simply you will be in a position, you will be getting the value of IYY. So it is written as a sigma dV cube by 12. It is symmetrical about y-axis. So therefore, IYY simply it is taken as sigma dV cube by 12. So that means d1 cube by 12 plus d2 cube by 12. So substitute the values of d1 and b1. Substitute the values of d2 and b2. So you will be automatically you will be getting the results. So the first, the I value for web, so it is dB cube by 12. It is obtained as G. Here we are taking BD cube by 12, and here we have to measure individual values by taking this formula. So here it is taken as BD cube by 12, and here it has to be taken as dB cube by 12 by each and every component. So take the formula of dB cube by 12. So find out the value for the first component. It will be coming to 0.9166. Find out the value of dB cube by 12 for second component, that is the flange of the section. It will be coming to 144. And we add these two values, that will automatically, you will be in a position to measure value of IYY, and it is obtained as 144.9166 centimeter to the power of 4. So friends, this is the way of doing this problem. So the same procedure can be adopted for solving all the problems on all the sections. Selection of 1 axis, selection of 2 axis, selection of BD values correctly for all the components. And everything will be easy. Measurement of X bar, measurement of Y bar, measurement of IXX, measurement of IYY, using these tables and all that. So happily you will be in a position to measure all the values. These are the answers. These are the questions to be answered in the examination. You have to find out the value of X bar, you have to find out the value of Y bar, you have to evaluate you have to find out the value of IXX, and you have to find out the value of IYY. So we have calculated, all these figures in all these slides. We got the value of X bar, we got the value of Y bar, and here we got the value of IXX and also the value of IYY. So friends, we are closing the session. Thank you very much for joining.